Good evening, everyone. And it's good to see everyone. And because as this is our last session for this year, so we all are excited for this last session and we look forward for the next year. So today, Nasik team today we will be presenting the learning curve of Nasik of the initiative which we had taken for goal setting, development discussion, and student-led PTM. So after a lot of trials and experiment, we have finally concluded what we are presenting today is the best possible way to do this so that we have some constructive work and procedures to take it forward. So without taking much of your time, I would request our presenters, Harleen ma'am, Lavina ma'am, and Ambreen ma'am to take it forward.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for introducing us. I shall now present my screen. Jai Hind and a very warm welcome to everyone present here. We welcome you to the 45th episode of CC Friday. The presenters for today are Ms. Lavina Mangnani, Ms. Amreen Maniyar, and me, Ms. Harleen Ahire. Today's session is all about goal settings, developmental discussions, and student-led PTM. What better than mindfulness to begin anything and everything with? Please sit comfortably. I shall now invite the bell. I request you all to please take a look at these images. Last December, how many of you thought that by December 2021, you would see yourself doing one of these? Were you able to do it? Please send a yes or a no in the chat box. Great, Suchata ma'am. Kritika ma'am also has done it. There were some of you who were able to do it and some of you weren't able to do it. Thank you for your responses, everyone.
Every new year must begin with a New Year's resolution. Don't we think about this at the end of every year? I am sure that you might have made a resolution last December too. I am sharing a Padlet link in the chat box requesting you all to kindly answer some questions there. And the questions put up there are, the first question is, what resolution did you make last December for the current year? And the second question, did you achieve it? If yes, how? If no, why? To lose weight is the first answer we got. To live in the present moment. To learn to use tools better, to lead a healthier lifestyle. We shall wait for another minute for everybody to reply. Okay, great responses coming in from everybody. So let us get to know your responses through the spin wheel. So we have Sheila ma'am here. Sheila ma'am, if you could share your response with us. Sheila ma'am, are you there? Okay, we have Diksha ma'am. Diksha ma'am, can we have your response? Can you please share your response with us? Diksha ma'am? Okay. Aarti ma'am. Aarti ma'am, are you there? Okay, I think we should have one more round. Sonal ma'am. Sonal ma'am, could you please share your response with us?
Yes, I have written that my resolution was to live in the present moment, not to worry too much about the coming times because it is unpredictable and we cannot control it. So, the things that we cannot control, we must not stress about it. We must live in the present moment and make the best out of it. So, this was my goal, and I have achieved it 80%, still trying to do it. It takes time.
Okay, lovely. Life is certainly uncertain, I would say.
Yes.
We should be living in the present moment. And can we have one more round of spin the wheel? Aarti ma'am. Aarti ma'am? She's not here. Smita ma'am. Smita ma'am, could you please share your response, your resolution with us? Smita ma'am? We don't have Smita ma'am here.
Joining. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Actually, my system was hanged. So my resolution was to lose weight last year, but
Okay.
it did not happen the same. Because of lockdown, the whole day I was sitting on the chair and not got time to go to gym and all.
Okay. Okay. So, thank you for everybody for sharing your responses. So we understand resolutions are just like goals, and to achieve them, we need to have an action plan, don't we?
Yes, of course.
So it is rightly said by Lawrence J. Peter, if you don't know where you are going, you will probably end up somewhere else. Just like Alice, the same thing happens with our students too. If they are just moving ahead without a goal or without knowing their destination, there is a possibility that they may reach somewhere else. It's very important to set goals as today's vision is tomorrow's reality. Goals gives us power to focus and helps us put efforts in a specific direction. We guided them not only to set goals but smart goals. To provide a right path and guidance, we oriented our students to set their goals with proper milestone with the help of a video. Here's the video.
Jai Hind, everyone. This year at Delhi Public School, we have a vision to make our students critical thinkers, responsible citizens, and confident individuals. To inculcate a sense of responsibility in the students, this year we are introducing an initiative of goal setting. What is a goal? A goal is an idea of the future, a desired result that a person or a group of people envision, plan, and commit to achieve. A goal must be SMART. S stands for specific, M measurable, E attainable, R relevant, T time bound.
So later on, we shared a sample tracker with our students and helped them with the help of a video to pen down their personal and academic goals. Here are the sample trackers. And how
Now comes, whom will you ask for help? आप किसकी मदद लोगे इसमें बताओ?
Ma'am, I will take the help of my parents and teacher.
Very good. So your parents can help you and teacher can also help you. In case you are struggling with anything, the teacher can help you in trying to understand it better. Okay? And who else you can take help? और कौन हेल्प कर सकता है आपको बताओ?
Ma'am, when my parents and ma'am, when the parents are not there and it's very early morning, so I call my friends because we need for exercise.
Oh, great, great, great. So I can take help from my friends too. है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that's nice.
Parents and students were oriented about the SMART goals, tracker, and learning contract. Then the students shared their trackers with their respective teachers. Here are few of them.
Helen Keller says, alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. Last year also, students had set goals, but this year we took one step forward to goal setting, which is a developmental discussion held between a student and a teacher, followed by a learning contract, which will give them an insight to the parents about their ward's journey towards accomplishing his or her academic as well as personal goals. We believe in giving choices to our little ones so that they take out dedicated time for themselves. And a proper timetable was shared with the students of grades 6 to 8 for the developmental discussions. To collate things better, if we have to go from point A to point B, we see the distance to be covered, time required to cover the distance, having milestones along our path to keep us on track. And that's how our students have filled their action plan to achieve their set goals. So here is a glimpse of some goal setting trackers set by our students. During the developmental discussions, each subject teacher went through the goals and discussed with the child what milestones they can set to achieve it. Teacher discussed the milestones and action plan based on it, drafted a learning contract for each child, and shared it with the parents for their reference, as they play a vital role in making the journey of the child easy. Here are a few videos where teachers are conducting developmental discussion with the students.
ओके आरुषी, आज आपण आधी गप्पा मारणार आहोत. ओके आरुषी, मला एक सांग, तुला सगळ्यात जास्त काय करायला आवडतं अभ्यासाच्या व्यतिरिक्त?
मॅम, मला खेळायला आवडतं.
खेळायला आवडतं? काय खेळते तू?
मॅम, मी बॅडमिंटन खेळते, क्रिकेट खेळते.
कोणासोबत बॅडमिंटन खेळते?
पप्पांबरोबर.
अच्छा. आणि अजून काय करते तू?
क्रिकेट खेळते.
क्रिकेट पण खेळते तू?
हो.
वा, क्या बात, मस्त. बर. आणि त्याच्या व्यतिरिक्त अजून काय करायला आवडतं तुला?
मॅम, ड्रॉइंग.
ड्रॉइंग करायला आवडतं? अरे वा, म्हणजे तुला कलर्स वगैरे पण भरता येतात?
हो.
बापरे. तुला सांगू आरुषी, माझं एक सिक्रेट, मला ड्रॉइंग काढता येतं, खूप छान काढते, पण मला कलरिंग करता येत नाही. शिकवशील? मला शिकवशील का कलरिंग करणं?
हो.
नक्की?
हो.
बर, ठीक आहे, ठीक आहे. मग आरुषी, मला एक सांग, आता आपण मराठी विषयाच्या रिलेटेड चर्चा करूया. मराठी विषयाचं अशी काही आहे का एखादा टॉपिक किंवा एखादी कन्सेप्ट तुला समजलेली नाहीये किंवा तिथे तुला माझी मदत हवी आहे?
मॅम, मला समानार्थी शब्द आणि विरुद्धार्थी शब्द समजले, पण मला ते असं लक्षात नाही राहत.
समानार्थी आणि विरुद्धार्थी शब्द. बर ठीक आहे. ओके. आपण काय करू शकतो मग त्याला समानार्थी आणि विरुद्धार्थी शब्द कसं लर्न करू शकतो किंवा कसं समजून घेऊ शकतो? नाही, तुला समजलेले आहे पण तुला लक्षात राहत नाही, मग ते कसे लर्न करू शकतो?
मॅम 2-3 वेळा नोटबुक मध्ये लिहून.
ओके. घरामध्ये अशी कुठली जागा आहे जिथे तू बराच वेळ जास्तीत जास्त वेळ तिथे तू बसलेली असते?
मॅम माझी रूम जिथे मी आता बसली आहे तिथे.
ओके. तिथे एक वॉल आहे का, एक भिंत आहे का?
हो मॅम.
आहे ना. मग आपण एक करूया आरुषी, हे जे समानार्थी शब्द आहेत, ठीक आहे, त्या समानार्थी शब्दांना आपण समानार्थी आणि विरुद्धार्थी शब्द, आता सध्या तू 1 ते 10 घे. किती? 1 ते 10. ते छानपैकी A4 साईज पेपरवर लिहून काढायचे. समानार्थी एका बाजूला, विरुद्धार्थी एका बाजूला, आणि ते छान लिहून तुझा जो रूम आहे ना त्या रूमला तिथे समोरच्या वॉलला छानपैकी लिहून ठेवून द्यायचे, तिथे अशा समोर, डोळ्यासमोर.
मॅम मी जर या बोर्डवर लिहिलं तर चालेल का?
दाखव मला. हो चालेल की, चालेल मस्त. उलट हा बोर्ड तर किती छान आहे, हा तुझ्या नजरेसमोरच असेल ना, तू नेहमी बघते ना त्याला. मग त्याच्यावर लिही, छान तुझ्याच हँडरायटिंग मध्ये लिही, आणि येता जाता बघत राहायचं, वाचायचं, बघायचं.
नहीं मैम. मैम लीनियर इक्वेशंस इन वन वेरिएबल में बहुत डाउट्स थे, लेकिन वो हो गया ठीक.
अच्छा, हो गया कैसे?
मैम घर पे.
Okay, so you solve it on your own or some elder person helps you?
मैम मम्मी.
Okay, mommy helps you. And what about your PMT score? Were you satisfied with that?
No मैम, I
What was
expected
the score?
little more.
What was the score?
मैम 18.5.
Oh, 18.5. So you expected more. So are you working upon that?
Yes मैम.
Okay, what do you do for that?
मैम I practice a lot.
Every day?
Yes मैम.
Sure, every day.
Yes मैम.
After these developmental discussions, the teacher drafted the learning contract as said above and mailed it to the parents. This is how it was shared.
Student-led PTMs. Way back, we all know how student-led PTMs were conducted. It was just the parent and the teacher discussion, where the teacher informed all the details about the growth of the child to the parent. But in a student-led PTM, the student himself talks about his growth to the parent, which definitely makes the parent feel more proud of him. A PTM traditionally is between the teacher and the parent, which includes or excludes the students. Information about the students' school experiences are transmitted from the teacher to the parent. Every action has a reason behind it. Today, I'm going to take you way back to one of the reasons why we started conducting student-led PTMs. I request everyone to please close your eyes and imagine yourself as the I in the story. I sat across from them, eyes darting nervously back and forth between my mother and my teacher as they spoke to each other about my recent C grade. I simply was not writing good answers, they pointed out. My teacher explained the expectations of the class syllabus. Finally, I gave up. My eyes glazed, gaze deadened, and I started off into nothingness. My mother and my teacher had noticed nothing. It was a parent-teacher meeting. They were parenting and teaching. They gave their sagacious advice to read regularly. I already was, and I was trying my honest best too. They learned that later. Only when I stood up to leave, did my teacher see the wet corner of my eye in the afternoon sun. I did not look at her as she chirped, "See you in class." Hasn't this happened to all of us sometimes? Engaged in students' progress and care about them as individuals. Indeed, the role of a teacher has changed in a student-led PTM from a guardian and transmitter of information to a facilitator and a listener. Here is a student copy of how they prepared themselves for the student-led PTM. They wrote about their strengths, weaknesses, their areas of growth, and their achievements too. This is how the student-led PTM was conducted and how it has helped us believe that students should be actively involved in their learning and assume responsibility for their own learning process.
Can you tell me about Papa about PBL and SLC?
In PBL, I learned that we should not waste food. If we waste food, the other people who don't make food, we have to provide them food.
And what about SLC? What did we do in SLC?
Mathematics, shapes, and plus, minus, addition.
And what about your group? In SLC, did you have a group? So what about that? Did you enjoy?
Yes, I did.
I am good in maths, Hindi and variety subjects. I can grow more in English, EVS and computer subjects. A goal I have set for myself for the rest of the year is I want to score nice marks in all subjects.
So firstly, I would like to welcome my mom, Dr. Mrs. Snehal Gurve, for today's PTM. Today, I am going to explain my learnings and performance in the class. I will be telling you about the projects I have completed and also about how organized I am. The two things I personally enjoyed in online sessions were the activities which took place on an online platform, and also when we sometimes used to share incidents, fun facts, etc. after the official end of class. Online activities made us more exciting, by which our learning was more simplified and easier due to the interesting platforms provided. When we sometimes got a chance to interact with the teachers after the end of class, we used to share facts, some information, some personal incidences which made the class more interactive and engrossing.
We all want benefits and profits, don't we? We always strive for them. In the same way, here are the benefits that the students have after conducting the student-led PTM. They became more accountable of their work. They are able to evaluate their own progress. They have great commitment to what they are learning. They gain self-confidence and self-esteem. They also became better at critical thinking. A few comments from our parents from our most recent conferences. A parent said, "My child has benefited so much from showing us his progress. It made him so much more confident." Another one said, "We enjoyed hearing directly from our child about her. It made her more aware of the bigger learning process rather than focusing just on the facts." To conclude, we focus on student-led conferences as an entry point into transforming a school into a culture of thinking. Student-led PTMs can give students more voice and responsibilities in their learning. They can strengthen relationships between students, teachers, and parents. They have encouraged us to adopt a growth mindset rather than a fixed mindset towards the intelligences and abilities of the students.
The journey was not so easy for all of us, as it was a new beginning. We faced certain challenges where we changed our strategies. Initially, we had the students book the slots for DD. But later we switched to the offline mode as there was less participation of the students. We started calling 5 students every Saturday in the offline mode. The second challenge was to complete the communication loop with parents, where the learning contract was shared as PDF went unchecked. And that's how we put the learning contract in the mail so that it is accessible by everyone easily.
It's time to revisit the goal setting document of every child to understand if the goals were accomplished or not. We are revisiting it in the second term and perusing through the goal tracker to understand the progress of every child, whether there has been a progression or if they need a push. Here is the progression report. For better clarity, we made use of the Votel data too.
You remember that we have decided for the first term, you have decided yes, your goals, yes, for each and all subjects, yes. So may I know for Nikki what you have decided for term 1?
Ma'am, I have decided to improve my grammar.
Okay. So how can you say so? Have you reached that goal or not?
Ma'am, I can read plus understand the word and write the hard spellings.
So आपको लगता है कि आपने उसे अचीव कर लिया है. Very good. तो अभी सेकंड टर्म स्टार्ट हो गया. सेकंड टर्म के लिए आपने अपनी हिंदी के लिए क्या बोल सकती है बेटा?
Our great achievers merrily kept jumping from one target to another. They had fun, they accepted challenges, they motivated others, and they rocked.
We have another year just right in front of us. Don't you think we should make a resolution for the next coming year? We wish everyone, on behalf of Delhi Public School, Nasik, a very happy Christmas and a happy New Year too. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Harleen ma'am. Thank you, Amreen ma'am and Lavina ma'am. We would love to hear from Siddharth sir.
So, please, the floor is open for questions. Anybody has any questions, go ahead and put it in the chat box. I definitely have a question. I would love to, understand more about the goal setting document and the questions that you have put in the goal setting document. How did those questions help or not help the child while setting a goal? I would like to know more about that.
Sir, I would like to present the goal setting document for you. Yeah.
Siddharthi, in the meantime, may I?
Go ahead, ma'am, please.
Yeah. So initially, whatever the goal setting was done by the students, for example, for academic rigor as well as for co-scholastic and extracurricular activities. So especially I would like to mention about the academic goal setting. For example, the child at the beginning of the year was on a 50% in an essay, for example, Hindi. Then we were tracking his academic progress, and later on, if the goal consensus with the teacher, say 60%, so we monitored that were enough efforts been put by the teacher as well as the student, more by the student, to get that target set, the set target by the students. And if it was achieved, then naturally the child has put more percentage for him in the for the next few months. So this way now the teachers are revisiting the document in the second term to see if every child has achieved their set goal or not. Amreen, if you can present it, how you people are doing it, that would be nice.
Yes, ma'am. I'm getting the link. Here is the images. I'm opening the proper goal setting, and I'll just show the flow.
Yeah. Open for a child and then showcase, please.
Yes, yes, ma'am. I'll do that.
Yeah.
So this was the document that was shared, sir. It started with what was their academic goal for particular subject. First, it was English. The child had to write the goal at the beginning. The second question, how I am able, or right now what he is able to do and what he is or she is not able to do it. So two things that will help him to reach that goal, whatever he or she has set, which will be the two things that they will need the help from. Okay. Next was whom I can ask for help. So everybody had written, mostly the parents, teachers, friends. Some had also taken the help of extra books. Various answers we got here, sir. Then I will know I have reached my goal because, like, how will they keep a track whether they have reached to that particular goal? Then next, for that thing, sir, we have given them milestones to set for the month wise. Like by the end of July, what they'll be able to do it. If they have done it, they will be writing it yes, no. By the end of September, so I will get good marks in half yearly exams. And now we are keeping a track whether they were able to achieve it, whatever they have written, whether they had achieved it, the marks that they had set for half yearly. And this was done for all the subjects, sir, academic wise.
Great. So my question is that asking these questions to students, I am able to, or asking these questions, two things that will help me reach my goal. Do you think it helped the students? Do you think these questions scaffolded them to form better goals and achieve them, or just putting out a clean and clear statement that this is my goal would have been better? What is your thought on that? Anybody can take that up. Go ahead, Swati ma'am, please.
Thank you, sir. A very good evening to everyone. When we just ask them to set a goal, the goal can be anything. We ask them to find out what they are able to do right now properly and where they are lacking. They were introspecting and they were able to find out a realistic goal for them, which was keeping them on ground. And when we ask them who can help you, at that moment also they were able to see whether they are making a goal which could be achievable, and is it something that they can get help from the teacher, parents, or their peers also. And before setting the goal or goal setting tracker was given to them, we have shared with them the SMART goal concept. When they are making the goal, what things they need to keep in mind. And the question like, am I able to do this or not, was introspection done by the child, and they were able to set a proper goal which was actually achievable by them. So I think rather than giving a plain goal or just a statement, putting up the question is the better idea.
Great. There's another question in the chat box. I think that is by Anupama ma'am.
Siddharji?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
We were not able to measure the co-scholastic goals set by the children because nothing much was done in a physical form on the school grounds or on the campus. But academic, we were certainly able to do so. And the validation is the data available in Wordle. What was the goal set by the child and where do they stand today? And in the second term, when the teachers are revisiting, then again they will get to understand what was the initial goal set by the child, where is the child today, and what is the goal to be achieved further in the second term. So there is a very authentic data available on Virtual to support this claim that children have achieved their goals or not achieved, vice versa, both the ways.
Right. So there's another question. Were all the students of the class involved in the student-led PTM? Did each one share the essay as shown? How did the teachers prepare them for the day of the PTM? Anybody can take that up.
Yes, everybody had done, sir. We had shared a Excel sheet with them, and every student of the class had shared their essay link. Then the students were called for PTM. Many of them had attended offline PTMs, and those who were not able to attend the offline, we had another session of online PTM too. So mostly everybody had been a part of PTM, even if they were not attended, but essay was written by each of the students. And they had shared the link with their respective class teachers on a sheet.
And did the teachers do something specific to prepare them for the day of the PTM?
Yes, sir. We had given them the sample essay, like what we expect them to write in para 1, what they should write in para 2. And one period we had utilized to explain them that what we want from them and what is the new concept of student-led PTM. So entire one period, every class teacher had devoted to make them understand that what essay they need to write.
All right. Jayashree, you want to say something?
Yes, thank you, sir, and thank you, Anupama ma'am, for a great question. We started with this new concept, student-led PTM. So we all were in a mindset how we should start and how we should ask students to be ready for this. So what we did, we just took out few questions and we gave them to the students for each and every class. And when it was given to the students prepared. I think Satyendra sir or ma'am, I don't know. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, so ma'am, we gave these questions to the students, and a few of them we gave them liberty whether they want to write it on a doc or they want to do it handwritten. So whatever was coming in their mind, that way they made this essay ready. And we also, the younger ones were very happy because they wanted to, this was something new and they were very happy to share their learnings and activities and what all they did. So majority of them wrote little things, but while speaking, they spoke a lot. And we divided these PTMs into slots. So when we started with it, the ones who did not submit their essay, they saw how these PTMs are happening and they were excited. And next week, next Saturday, when we had the remaining ones, that time they also came up with the parents and very enthusiastically they also participated, ma'am. And everyone enjoyed. We received very positive comments from parents, and most important thing, we saw all the children very happy explaining their own achievements.
Siddhaji, if I may add, a sample video was also recorded by teachers and shared with the children so they could understand how the DD has to happen.
Yes, ma'am.
And the doc which is being presented now, sir, this was shared for their understanding that what exactly we expect them to write in the essay. Para 1 was a welcome note, then para 2 about their learning in the class, para 3 about their performance, how organized they are. These questions guided them to write the essay.
To add to this, sir, even the children of grade 1 and 2 were able to write in this.
Right. Super. Any more questions? Anybody has any questions on how goal setting, DD, or a student-led PTM was done? Anupama ma'am, would you like to add something?
No, this is amazing work that the teachers have done. And
lot of takeaways for teachers here in Lava Nagpur. So we would definitely try to emulate this.
So I would ask, the presenters today that, what is, if you've seen a shift happening, if you can share some examples with, shift happening with, the traditional PTM or the student-led PTM, and how have you seen maybe a certain children behave differently when you are doing development discussions or goal settings? If you can share certain examples, I think that will really give a lot of insight.
Siddharthi, by the time the others are thinking what they have to talk about, as a principal, I understood first the shift was in the mindset of the teachers. They themselves were wondering that all this while during the PTM, they are the ones who hold the forte, and they are the ones who are doing the parent bashing during the PTMs. बच्चा ने ये नहीं किया, ये नहीं किया, ये नहीं किया. But this was supposed to be a switch. बच्चे ने ये किया, ये किया, ये किया. So that was a big shift in the mindset of the teachers to accept that here they are not going to talk, they are going to prod the child, and they are going to hear everything from the child, straight from the horse's mouth. So a big shift happened in the teacher's mindset.
So I would like to add here one more thing, that as our classes are now student-led, even though PTMs are now student-led, so the center of attraction are the students, and they reflect on themselves, because our school's vision catering to the needs and the vision of our school, we want our children to become better individuals in terms of communication, confidence, reflection, critical thinkers. We want all of these traits to be imbibed in them. So that's how the whole focus of the teacher-driven PTMs has shifted altogether to the student-led PTMs.
Bharti, you want to add something? And then maybe Kalpana ma'am also after Bharti.
Yes, sir. Jai Hind, everyone, and that's really a very valid question. First, let me confess that when this task was given to us, we all were very like what to do. We were puzzled completely how it will happen. In fact, me personally, I will say that I was thinking how it will happen, but I was very sure that if this task is given by a school, definitely something good will come out of it. And we prepare our children with those doc, and it was a very tedious task in the class for grade 3 especially. When we were explaining the questions, we were telling them to prepare the doc. But to my utter surprise, the day children came with the document and they presented in front of parents was something wonderful. It was marvelous. We could see the joy on parents' face. Even me as a teacher, I would tell that never in my life I have seen that a PTM is led by the student. That also a grade 3 child. I have many evidences with me, photos and videos. So it was such a great thing to see that grade 3 children themselves are sharing everything, their achievements, their records, what they are doing, the SLC, the PBL, everything they shared so well in front of the parents. And parents were so overjoyed that the end of when child was finishing, they started clapping. And now when it comes to like what was the shifting, there was definite a shift, because when children were preparing themselves, so something there was coming in the mind, because I have reached here like 10%, 15%, now I have to reach 30%, then 50%, and definitely we see a change from 15, 30, 50% to 75%, and we are hoping to reach to 100%. So yes, there is a definite successful, we can say the thing has been done.
Thank you, Bharti ma'am. Kalpana ma'am, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, sir. And in continuation to Bharti ma'am, usually when it comes to PTM, what we all have faced is that the teacher and the parent are talking, the child remains at the home. they are talking about the discussion of the child, what he has done, what he has not done, and the child is at home saying that he is not well or something like that. So he was nowhere in the PTMs. But when it comes for SLC, he himself is presenting his achievements, his drawbacks, where he has to work, what he has excelled, what he has learned. So when the child expresses his views, his thoughts, somewhere he is building a confidence in himself. And seeing a small child, third, fourth, fifth standard child speaking, the parents were very proud of them. So this was the most important shift of PTM and SLC, which I have noticed.
Right. Thank you so much for sharing that. Harleen ma'am, and then we'll go to Sumran ma'am.
So way back, I remember this was our discussion that you wanted the children themselves to present what they are understanding, at least for one subject. And now I feel so happy to tell you that each and every child has spoken about the entire first term to the parent. He has explained in detail about the PBL, about the SLC he has taken, how he collaborated with his team, though it was online. So it was very, very nicely done by the children. The parents were overjoyed because in the PPL, the topic that we took was how Nasik how can we try Nasik becoming a zero hunger city. And children were beautifully speaking about it. When they spoke, the parents, those who were not able to attend, maybe the father or the mother wasn't able to attend. So that particular parent was very, very happy about it. The child was explaining what all my teacher has taught me. For example, if we've taught them how we can grow, and then we can share that particular food also. Not only the food that we have, the leftover food, but also the grown food in the house. So that also can be shared. The parents were really very overjoyed with all these things.
So to add up, there was the shy child who used to always be very, very, silent. Even they spoke up during this student-led PTM. So that was also a good shift, that a shy child turning into at least a speaker over there, a bold speaker.
Sumran ma'am.
Yes, sir. So I would like to share my experience about this. So initially, we just got to know that we had to prepare the children, and for grade 1, talking about their entire terms experience at the beginning, I thought that I don't know will my children be able to remember all that at first point. Will they be able to recollect all those things which they have done throughout the year? Because we were also talking about their favorite activities which we have done in the class. Now, I thought that maybe when we are offline, the children are doing it by themselves. So that makes them remember things more better. So I thought that, I don't know, in online mode, how much they have done, how much they do remember. But when I started taking the practice itself, the final product was out of question. But when I started taking the practice and when I started asking them questions about it, they knew everything and they were ready right before I took their practice. They couldn't forget every minute detail they remembered, which I was awestruck of. And when they came in the class along with the parents, that was again a very, very marvelous sight for me, because not only what I had prepared them for, they had added their own words in that too. And for a grade 1 child to do that was such an amazing sight for me, sir. So I was completely awestruck about that.
Superb. Yes, Sonal ma'am, over to you.
Sir, previously it was like the children were at the mercy of teacher. They were like, ma'am, we'll settle the account later, not in this PTM. But this time the children were more confident about themselves. They know that what exactly they are going to speak. And they were not like, ma'am, ye shikayat karengi ya wo shikayat karengi. They were all confident, yes, I'm going to present what I have done. So they were like more confident. Previously, it was the moment we were telling the student about the PTM, they were scared. Up to, parents are going to come and ma'am is going to tell all what I have done. But it was the other way around this time, and they were like more happy this time, what I felt in my class.
right. So another question to the team who presented, and then I pass on to back to Pritika, and I have just snatched her comparing duties. So another question: how has the learning contract helped, not helped, or you're finding challenging with the learning contract? Anybody would like to take that?
Sir, the challenge that we faced during learning contract was, which I have already mentioned, that earlier it was in a PDF form. So we found that many of the parents were not maybe able to download it. Everybody is not so technically sound. So to make it easy, accessible for all, we shifted to just a normal mail. So that was one challenge. And now it is easily, read by the parent and all. And really some parents give a quick response also for that.
All right. So have you so do you feel that the parents are now updated about the child's progress, and do they ask you questions? All right, super. Yes, Pritika, over to you.
Thank you, sir. No, sir, you were doing a fantastic thing. I think you should continue.
All right. So I think what we've seen with the student-led PTM, is I think this was, I think the Nasik team tried their hands on it, and with one chance, when the student got that agency, I think you could see that they could express themselves openly, and they were given that platform to share openly. That's a big shift that happened from the traditional PTM, wherein the teacher and the parent are just complaining about the child, and the child is there and just hearing sometimes good, sometimes bad thing, and has no control over the entire process. Whereas in the student-led PTM, the child is guiding the entire process. So I think that's a big shift, and definitely, as we move further, I'm sure, all of us have tried goal setting. Last week, we saw how beautifully the Varanasi team has conducted goal setting and the development discussions. This session, we saw how Nasik team has done it, and we see that there's a slight little variation in the way all of us have executed it. Now, the purpose of these sessions is to see that what are the variations which something maybe Nasik team would have done better in the goal setting or DD. So the other things maybe Varanasi team might have done better in the goal setting or DD. And we'll see in the next CC Friday, we'll see the same thing coming from the Nagpur team. So looking at all the three variations of the same thing, we will be able to know that, okay, where are we going wrong? What these are our challenges. These are a few ways of addressing those challenges, and as we move further in this journey of bringing goal setting and DD and learning contract and the student-led PTMs in the school, we will be able to iron out some of these issues that we are facing today. And with the years, as we go forward, I'm sure our delivery, our execution of these things would better, keeping in mind that the student is at the heart of this entire exercise, and we have to give a lot of the agency to the student, right? So on that note, wishing all of you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. Look forward to starting the new year on a really nice high note and doing some amazing work with all of you. Look forward to continuing these innovations. Look forward to doing the Kaizen process. Look forward to bettering our teaching and learning methodologies. The pandemic में जो बिग बैंग होना था, जिसमें कि हमें बहुत सारे चेंजेस करने थे, आई थिंक दैट टाइम हैज नाउ पास्ड. द बिग बैंग हैज हैपेंड. नाउ इट इज टाइम टू regularly work on the systems that are set and make the Kaizen process go on, such that our delivery day in and day out, we are working on the last mile and we are improving whatever we are doing as we go forward. On that note, wish all of you a very, very Happy New Year. Thank you. Bye.